Credit reports and credit scores. I'll briefly talk about this because people ask me questions about this. So what are they? A credit report is a dossier on your payment history, paying back loans, paying utility bills, sometimes your rent. And it's a dossier that these three companies compile on you. And it has, as you get older, have a lot of history. And basically, from the credit report, your credit score is generated. They look at your payment history and they come up with a number based on, are you late, do you don't pay your bills in full, etc. So they're very important in your life, particularly if you're borrowing money for obvious reasons, because you may get turned down or the rate you'll pay is higher. But they matter in other places also. Does anybody have any idea where else your credit score might matter, even if you're not borrowing money? There's two important places they sometimes crop up. Yeah.
Renting?
Renting, well, that's right. Your landlord, that's right. That's sort of like borrowing. But yes, renting is definitely one. That is correct. So you may not be able to rent an apartment if your credit score is bad. One of my daughters, I had to co-sign her lease after she graduated from college, and I told her I would do it this once, but I'm not doing it again. So go make your credit score better, and I'll talk about how to do that in a minute. The other one is employment. Some employers, doesn't seem very fair, are starting to check your credit score. There's nothing you can do to stop them, but they will do it. So these matter. With all these breaches, people started thinking about locking down their credit score because that's a good way to protect you from having your identity stolen. Should you lock yours down? Well, in theory, you should, but in practice, it's very hard. I locked all three of mine down, and then I applied for a credit card to get some points, of course, and it was a complete pain to unlock it. And so I just left mine unlocked after that, because if you are renting apartments, if you're applying for credit cards, you either better be very organized with the passwords and IDs to unlock these things, because you're going to be unlocking them every time somebody wants to do a credit check on you, or just leave them unlocked. So my answer is it's a good idea to lock it down, but it's a pain to do it. So you can figure out whether it's worth it for you. All right, so how are they determined? How is your credit score determined? So it's these 5 things. And in terms of how to get your credit score better, this is where I would focus. Just basically have some bills, pay them on time. If you do that, you're going to be fine. Student loans are the only good thing in life about student loans is that if you pay your student loans on time every month, your credit score will improve over time because they'll have that history. If you have roommates, you want to split the utilities, one does the electric bill, one does something else. If you're on your parents' cell phone bill, then you don't have a cell phone, so you don't have that bill to pay. But basically, have some bills, pay them on time. A credit card is good for this because that's a bill you'll pay every month on time. So if you have a credit card, one benefit is your credit score will go up over time if you just pay it on time.